Hello everyone and welcome back to the Austin Talks podcast, where today, it's no longer Austin Talks podcast. It's just going to be Austin Talks. So welcome back to the Austin Talks channel, where today we are talking about the review. I'm giving my review and breakdown of Obi Wan Kenobi series. First day back from holiday. I'm ready to get back into doing some talking videos. So we shall now carry on with the video, and they're not long. I know that, but they are only talking videos. So on with the show. Right. So first off, let's carry on with this. So, how good was it? The summary of it for me, as I said, the series was great because it opens many gates for more series and Star Wars content in the future. This actually helps with the new game release that it will be coming soon for what's it called? Jedi Survivor. Survivor. So if they do a season 2, they may clash. The people thought that we would have seen Cal Kestis in this series, but sadly we obviously did not. This was a great series, honestly. The rule was I was only able to watch any of it with my dad. I could not watch any of it by myself because he's a big Star Wars fan. And when I said to him, "Can I watch Obi-Wan Kenobi?" and he just went, "No. Only after work." I was like, "Come on!" So, this was a couple of questions, and I don't think people got it even after the whole series had ended. And it's, why didn't the Force work in the first episodes? Because there was 2 episodes that were released. And it's because of the years of mourning the death of Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan felt detached from the Force until he attempted to save Leia, which, if you didn't know, if you haven't seen Revenge of the Sith, Leia is is really important to Obi-Wan, more than he thinks, because he thinks he killed his father, so he's trying to redeem them by helping the children. So Leia is he's like a father figure to Leia. So yeah, and his Force sensitive abilities return after this, because apparently the Force is with everyone, just more with it than others. So, and then, how did Reva know about Anakin Skywalker but Obi-Wan didn't? Right, though it seemed that, as I said here, Reva knew who Vader truly was, she actually didn't. She knew Obi-Wan had something to do with Anakin turning to the dark side, but never realized that Anakin was Vader, and that when she found out, she angered, thinking it was lost or dead after what Anakin had done at the Jedi Temple. This is shown in episode 5. I thought that was a great episode, and I actually really want the Funko Pops for both Darth Vader and Reva. I really do like them. So yeah, right. Let's burn away. Chronologically, when does it take place? And I've got a little image in there for assistance. So this is directly 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, reason why Obi-Wan's touch with the Force has disappeared over time. The series took place during Jedi Survivor period, which is why in the poster you can see that there's a Jedi Survivor within the Obi-Wan Kenobi. So they are within so they're after the Solo, and they're before Rogue One, because Rogue One's actually directly before, before, New Hope, that's the one. And we actually have a Cassian Andor series coming out soon. I may do a video on that, I may not. Wasn't really hooked in it the first time. Anyway, this series takes place during the Jedi Survivor period, so a cameo with Kestis was well wanted, but then again, we did not have it. Depression. I would have really liked a Cal Kestis, like cameo. I thought it would have been good, because especially when they were trying to find Leia, that would have been a great time to get him. So, how the Inquisitor's still alive in Episode 5 and Star Wars Rebels. I don't know why people didn't know this, but then I understand people are not as Star Wars nuts. He is a Utopian. So a Utopian actually has 2 stomachs, and he was stabbed in the stomach by Riva, in one of his stomachs, so he's actually still living. I actually do not know if he died in Rebels. Spoiler alert. Don't know if he died in Rebels, but anyway, yeah, because this takes place after Rebels, about 10 years beforehand, I think. But I'm not too sure, but that is how he's actually still alive, which people were quite confused about. I didn't realise that. Okay, when he's fallen over. The suit's designs. These were very reminiscent. Darth Vader didn't really look any different, other than he actually has a much thinner head. The amazing, these are amazing because, not because of the nostalgia, because of the prequels of the evolution for the New Hope. She grew. I will say, Leia grew. So yeah, and I do like the suits, like the things that Organas, not Organas, or like Alderanians, I think that's what they're called. But what they wear, and Obi-Wan's just gone from, he looks like a Ravager from Guardians of the Galaxy to a true Jedi robe, and I think he has to, in the space of 10 years, he has to grow old and get white hair. I mean, he's already got the beard, but yeah, just get white hair. I mean, I think Vader may have something to do with that, said in an interview. Oh, yeet. The worst episode, well, yeah, I say the worst episode, but obviously they're not bad episodes. They're not bad, they're just meh. They're just meh. So, like, the one I didn't like the most, this one was, like, episode 5, V is 5, minus 1 is 4. Yeah, wait, is this episode 4? No, it's episode 4, I'm dumb. Didn't really, as I say here, it didn't really hit the spot for me, but just not because this was a bad episode, it just didn't mean that it took away from the rest of the series, but it was just not as best as any other one, but it was good nonetheless. The editing, right, yeah, I would like to talk about this. The editing in 5 and 6. Look at the top of his head. Right. I just would like to say, this de-aging is awful. And when they say, so for the Emperor Palpatine, I actually read that they got Ian McDiarmid to return as doing him. I don't believe that. I really don't. That don't look like anything like Ian McDiarmid. Like, at least Hayden Christensen actually looks like Hayden Christensen. Not if... He just looks nothing like him. He just doesn't. No. For Ian McDiarmid, it literally just looks like nothing like him. I actually watched this and I said, have they got a homeless person? But have they just got like an old person on the street not homeless necessarily, but just someone old from the street? Like, could you come to the studio and just do a little scene for us? We'll pay you for sure. I found that hilarious. That was, I was laughing, and when my dad paused it, because I was literally dying in laughter in both of these scenes. It was hilarious. Right. The one thing that this series brought was, most importantly, nostalgia. Duel of the Fates music. Oh my. And then the pose by Mr. Obi Wan Kenobi. Wow. just, well, because what does it bring back? Nostalgia! Yes. So, and then the classic, you can't have an Obi-Wan series without it. Hello there. Yep, you can't have it anywhere. Then Master Qui-Gon, Mr. Liam Neeson has returned. And that's actually real Liam Neeson. That is not how you say his name. Liam Neeson, that is real him. He's returned for it, literally as a small cameo. And people were confused, like, how did they see him and not, like, beforehand? Because, as he said, it was not time. He was not ready. A Jedi has to be ready, you know. And, you know, he says, protect the boy. He says that. Look where that got him. I'm sorry, Obi-Wan, but you'd be an awful father. Anyway, the final battle was the ultimate nostalgia. This brought as many memories back from Star Wars, especially if you were a big fan of Revenge of the Sith, Rebels, and A New Hope. The shattering mask in this scene is great. I'll get to that in a bit. The Rebels, is the shattering mask, and then A New Hope, the battle between them, then Revenge of the Sith. It's like an evolution of their battles, and it is just amazing. It brings up so much nostalgia for Star Wars fans, and because the ultimate enemies are truly Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's not Luke. It's always going to be Obi-Wan and Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker. And like this shattering of the mask, this can actually personifies the origin of Darth Vader, and it's not because of the title. Actually, he explains that Obi-Wan didn't kill Anakin, and that he did. He explains that Obi-Wan didn't actually kill Anakin, which I don't exactly see how that's going to be soothing, but anyway. But he says that Darth Vader killed Anakin. It didn't make sense at first, but then when he killed Mace Windu, this is when he became Darth Vader, named by Palpatine, but also because he stopped being a Jedi once he killed him and fell to the dark side by killing Anakin as well as Windu, because killing a Jedi doesn't make you a Sith. And that's been very clear. Just because you kill someone it's like, imagine this. So Obi-Wan someone's got a bomb strapped to them. Say it was Kiada Mindi. He has a bomb strapped to him, and he says, "Kill me before, take me away, and then I'll die in somewhere else." It's okay. Just. That doesn't make you a Sith. The way that Anakin is a Sith is because he fell to the dark side by the manipulation of Palpatine, and the manipulation that Palpatine got with his made because of the dreams of his wife dying in pregnancy, which ultimately actually did happen. And even in Clone Wars, I actually watched this recently. In Clone Wars, there is a vision when he goes to this life bit and he sees Padme die in birth, and he actually sees the Darth Vader mask form, thinking this is a bad dream, when ultimately this has been the doing of Palpatine since The Phantom Menace. And you realise when Luke comes around to fight Palpatine, that's when Darth Vader dies and Anakin lives. That's why actually it's called Return of the Jedi, because the return, they think it was because Luke returned in the very first scenes. No, it's because Anakin returned. Anakin was never a bad person. Darth Vader was. Darth Vader's sick though. So, why does this is a funny question. Why does everyone hate Obi-Wan Kenobi? Well, let's run through everyone, These are the top 3 of my faves. throughout the Star Wars franchise, it is obvious that Obi-Wan is really not liked by a lot of people. Not because he's a Jedi, just because he annoys people independently, may I add. And these are the list of people that hate Kenobi. Can't do it as well as the guy that plays Darth Maul. But yeah. So, you have Darth Vader. I do not remember Cad Bane doing it. I think I did in the moment of making this, which was actually throughout the summer. Yeah, which was literally, I was making this in another country. I've been to 2 countries over the summer. So, well, 3 if you count this one. And then we obviously have Darth Maul, who actually was killed by him. I don't know how he was killed. I think he was just... I really do not know. Anyway, but yeah, these are the people that hate Kenobi. Cad Bane just hates everyone, so anyway. And then this is a really sweet, not sweet, but no, very sad scene. Obi-Wan's acceptance towards his brother. So at the end of the battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and it's what's quite funny is this scene. It's blue. It's reflected blue on Obi-Wan Kenobi because he's the good guy. But as he's saying the backstory, it's like Obi-Wan, and this is with him at the blue lighting on Darth Vader's face. Obi-Wan, you didn't kill Anakin. Then then the lightsaber actually gets closer to his face, reflecting it red, meaning he's the one that killed him. I thought that was great imagery by the director, whoever it was. Kudos to you. So I thought that was sick. I thought that was great editing. Yeah, and Darth Vader, as he explains his backstory, it's He gets teared up because it's actually killing Anakin, and he apologizes to Anakin and walks away saying Darth Vader, showing you that he has actually accepted that his brother has died. Well, not biologically brother, and it's actually brother-in-law. Well, not brother-in-law either. No, this don't make sense. He's definitely a brother figure or father figure to Padme, so I don't know how that works. Father-in-law? Yeah, that to all father. I really do not know. Well, the age difference definitely ain't there. He was a kid when he was a flippin' teenager. No, yeah. Okay, so fan theories. This I actually really like. So obviously, this is what I do. I go on the internet. I find my best 3. Obviously do not say the names. So, the kid helping the person, so in the 3rd episode, the 2nd episode, this guy that was in Eternals, and he pretends to use the Force, but it's actually magnets. This kid helping this guy is actually Ezra from the Rebel series, and they got lost because his caretaker left, as shown in the series, and as soon as found by the rebels, like in the series, because he's actually just a loner. He just doesn't have anyone. This one I really like because it kind of makes sense. Reva from the show is the daughter of the freedom fighter from Rogue One, which is the colored guy that saves Jin from the sand avalanche from Rogue One, and he left at the Jedi Temple to be trained to save others, and because he could also not care for her as he wished. Right, those 2 were my favorite because they actually correlate with everything. It's like a branch tree. Now, and then this one I thought was quite cool. So Barriss Offee is secretly the 7th sister, as the Inquisitorius are fallen Jedi. This is true, and Barriss Offee and her share various similarities, and both faced against Ahsoka Tano, which they both did in Rebels. No, this is nothing to do with it has something to do with Inquisitors, which is in the show. Other than that, this literally just does not have anything to do with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I just thought it was a really, really good theory. So, whoever wrote those ideas, you are smart. Right, and then now, Obi-Wan and Organa family relationship. As I said, they are literally brothers or something. The relationship and trust between the Organa family and Obi-Wan is very high, but is a very high bar, even if there are problems along the way, like you're getting kidnapped. Along the way with importance, they still rely on each other. The best relationship is with obviously Leia, because they've been with everything, because of the remembrance of the biological mother and shared traits. Because this is actually said in the first episode. Do I remind you of anyone? You remind me of your mother. Not the mother that is being raising you right now. The mother that died in birth. Sorry. I have a really dark mind. I've just realised that. And yeet. What is Riva's known backstory? I wrote a paragraph anyway, but I actually think the picture can speak for itself. She was a youngling whose master was killed right in front of her during the Order 66 timing, and her temple was broken into by Anakin Skywalker, who she thought was there to save her, but wasn't. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. I know what the internet's like, and it's really dark, and I don't want to get penalized for it. At first, so when the first sighting, actually in this series, this is quite funny. So, this is actually one of the first scenes we see of like these kids training in the series. This was hilarious. As soon as I saw this colored person, I thought, right, Inquisitors are fallen Jedi. She is this girl. So I was just like, this is smart. And then I didn't make a bet, which I should have, because I've noticed I get a lot of things right when I don't bet, and when I do bet, I get a lot of things wrong. Man, it's kind of sad. Well, for me, not so much you guys. Well, you guys can just sit back and enjoy the moment. But yeah, I kind of called this from the first time I saw that youngling. Okay, fly away. Will there be a season 2 of Kenobi? Obviously, it's not confirmed, seeming as it's just ended. But if they did do another season, as I say here, that would be all you could do. You can't exactly do another series, because then that would lead into literally nothing else. Everything else which has already been made. And I think Star Wars should make the most of the nostalgic period, and because Obi-Wan Kenobi is a nostalgic character. Very. I don't think I can really stress enough how much of a nostalgic character he is. Because a lot of people like him. A lot of people like the Darth Vader conflict. So why not continue that? You're literally just you're feeding, how does it go? It's like trading. It's like you get the money from people that work on Disney Plus, not me, I use a website. Then they're getting the website. You're getting the money, they're getting the website. No, not the website, the series. Just make the most of it. Because if you want money, which a lot of people in this industry do want, I'll get into that in another video if I actually end up making it, because it's really annoying me. You probably know what I mean after the last couple of days of... Screw you, Warner Brothers. Right, okay. So yeah, make the most of it. Make the money that you want and please fans. You're doing what you want and giving the fans what they want. But this series should be the same amount, not dragged as much. I will say this series was a bit dragged. So, yay! Next slide! That was perfect timing. So, all the episodes review rating. So, as I said before, the fourth episode is actually a 4 out of 10. I did not exactly like it. Right, but first episode, 7 out of 10. Second episode, 6 out of 10. Probably should have made that an 8. But the third episode when Darth Vader went ham, that was a definite 8 out of 10. And then another episode where Darth Vader went ham, another great episode. Because we had one where he was fighting and burnt Obi-Wan when we went in the back to tank and they were, Force connecting. that was a great scene. Actually, I think that was the beginning of the next episode. Okay, well, never mind. And then the 8th episode, when he went ham on the ship and destroyed it, and then just went ham on Riva, that was sick as well. But my favourite episode, I think we all know from this whole talk, would be the best episode is the final episode of the series, which would be a 12 out of 10. I cannot give any higher than that. Obviously, I can, but I just won't. This is the best episode because it can open a greatly for a new season, and the rating is 12 out of 10. That battle was sick. Yeah, that literally brought the thing up. And then the conversation with the conflict between Leia, then the return of Obi-Wan to Leia, that was very touching. Yeah, and that battle just literally skyrocketed that rating quite high. Yeah, this was the best episode by far, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. And the rating for the series is a 7.5. And if you want a reason, it's math. I would give it a bit more. Personally, I would have actually given it like an 8.5. I actually added up everything, divided it by how many episodes are there? 6, and that is my answer. 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. So blame math if you think it should have been higher. Yeah, don't blame me. Blame the math. Well, that concludes our talk for the day. As I said, because my viewers were asking for shorter videos, so I'm giving them shorter videos. I hope you're satisfied with this video. I did put a lot of work into it, and I'm actually putting a lot more work into my videos to make them not so boring. And it's not going to be called Austin Talks Podcast anymore. It's going to be called Austin Talks. And I'm going to make various channels. I'd like to broaden out my YouTube channel, and I can see people actually enjoy it. So that pleases me, and if it pleases you, it pleases me. So everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.